Hi friends, and welcome back to another episode of TT Reacts. How long did it take you to hold your first real handstand? For me personally, I honestly don't remember when I was a child and doing my very first handstand because me and my sister, we really just used to do different stuff. But maybe like a few months, I don't remember. But as an adult, to learn how to do it correctly took me a few months. Like, when I first started doing it, I was doing it with bad form, and I was getting all the issues that people complain about: the wrist pain, the shoulder pain, and the lower back pain because of the horrible form. But yeah, after a few months, I think I figured out how to do it correctly and how to get the maximum benefit from the handstand. In terms of this video right here, the way her head is just down, I don't really like that in the beginning of the video. But then she fixes her head and puts it in the correct position for her tricks. But this is obviously an advanced person doing this. And wow, she's very flexible. Okay. I'm trying to get like you, girl. I am not flexible like that. Mm-mm. I used to be, but not like that. Not contortion level. Feeling of slow falling instead of a handstand. Oh my gosh. It's just like, don't people realize this is unsafe? Like, don't you see that when you're falling backward onto the ground with nothing there to catch you? Like, number one, you're doing this chest to wall movement. The form that you're doing is not the form most times that you're going to do for a handstand. It's just not. You can't fully grab the movement at the top with your core muscles because the wall is literally right there. And like I said, there's nothing behind you to catch you. The only chest to wall movement I would recommend is this one here, where you can actually engage your core in that movement and get a feeling for what the correct posture is in the handstand. But I recommend you do that for like a week or two max, unless you really can't kick up or don't have any muscle at all. I do recommend most people start with this movement here because most people can kick up with no issue. So I recommend this person just do the progression drills because, I mean, we need to start using some brain power when it comes to our training. If it's not safe, then we should not continue to do it. This clearly is not safe for everyone to do. So I don't know why everyone is being recommended to do this movement. I keep falling backwards no matter how much I press with my palms. I think part of the issue might be my body isn't very straight doing the handstand, but whenever I'm in the handstand, my body feels pretty straight. Any tips on how to straighten up? Yeah, so pushing through your palms is not gonna, it's not going to, it's really just to straighten your arms out and get your body into the correct alignment. But if your feet aren't in the correct spot, then pushing through your palms as hard as possible is not going to do anything because your feet are in an arch. So what exactly can pushing with your palms do in that situation? We have to start thinking when we're doing our training of what is this method going to lead to, and is it actually going to help me build upon my skills over time? The answer with this movement is no, because you're practicing in an arch, which means you'll only be able to do an arched handstand. So yes, I recommend you go down the line of the progressions, and honestly in this video here, it doesn't really look like, it looks like you could straighten your arms just a little bit more in this movement and just really tighten it out entirely. But this first movement that you'll be doing will teach you how to get your feet in the correct spot and engage your core muscles in this movement. That way you can stabilize, and it's actually going to help you when you do your free handstand to push through your palms because it's going to fully engage your entire body when you get to your free handstand. So the first one, once you're done with that, you're going to move to this one where you're kicking out with both feet. Yes, so you're keeping your arms straight, you're engaging your chest, you're engaging your core muscles. Engaging your core and putting your feet in the correct position, those two things have to be done together, because you can't engage your core fully unless your feet aren't in the spot where you feel the maximum core engagement. So when you're doing this first workout here, you will establish where that spot is. And then by the time you move to the second movement, you should know exactly where your feet need to go. And that will lead right into your free handstand. So you should have your stability, balance, and coordination. Just know where your feet need to go and how to engage your muscles correctly in this movement by the time you get to this last drill. So by this point, you should be fine to start practicing a free handstand on the ground, because now you know the correct posture and form that you need to use to do a handstand safely, and also how to breathe through these movements, because it's not easy at all in the beginning when you're doing these drills to breathe. So you need to establish how you're breathing but when you're doing these drills, so that when you actually go into the ground, you can breathe properly in this movement. So yes, that's what you should do. That's what this person should do. And your handstand should progress. Handstand progress advice. The advice is to not do this again. So this is what I mean when I say that if you are a male, make sure that you're stretching and doing everything that you need to do, or else this is what your handstand will look like. It looks very stiff. It looks very much like you could get injured if you make the wrong move. But just in general, starting in the air will give you the best chance in this movement. This person here, he has not done enough wall work. So yes, practice your kick-up method in a standing position while you're doing these drills here. And really practice how to, well, first of all, you need to lift your head up a little bit higher than this. But yes, practice how to engage your core, get your body in the correct positioning. And like I've been saying, definitely do some mobility work so that you can have your joints and your muscles a little bit more stretched out when you're doing this movement, because you can pull something, you can get injured and compress organs if you do this movement incorrectly. So yes, I recommend you do the progression drills. You should improve and make sure you're stretching and doing everything you need to do for your overall fitness and wellness. Last video. Great to finally get out of the basement and onto the grass. I've been practicing for a year or so, but I had to take a break to do physical therapy for months to fix shoulder impingement. My mom thinks this is pretty good for age 50, but she's not a handstand expert, so I'm open to cues or suggestions on treating handstand addiction. Okay, so I'm looking at this video. It does look like your pelvis is tucked. Yeah, it looks pretty stable. It looks like your chest is engaged. I like where your head is placed. But I think that making a habit of keeping your feet straight or in front of your body in the direction of your stomach will help you get the maximum core engagement and just establish where your feet need to go. Because as you're bending your feet in this movement, you have tightness in the beginning, but it continuously lost integrity over the course of the handstand. So just placing your feet in the correct position and maintaining the tightness in your core for the duration of the handstand will ultimately help you to hold it longer and just to have better form in general. So this person, I do recommend you do your warm-ups, of course, and then do the progression drills and just establishing where your feet need to go, and also just building that core strength, because a lot of what is going on with people's handstands, when they start off pretty good but it just can't hold for very long, it's just that they don't have enough core muscle, or they don't have the stability well enough to hold the handstand for a long period of time. It's muscular endurance as well. So training those muscles to not only work pretty hard in a short period of time, but to also get that endurance, and breathing through these exercises will help your body to get more accustomed to being upside down and using your muscles in this at this level. and it's just ultimately going to help you become healthier as a person. So I'm very proud of you doing this at age 50. Very much impressive, and it looks pretty good. Just a few things to do to make it better if that's what your hope is. So yes, that's what I recommend: the progression drills and just making sure you're doing everything as safely as possible. All right, y'all, that was the last video. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you liked the video, go ahead and like it, subscribe. And if you want your video to be featured, go ahead and send it to this email right here, and you may see it in one of my upcoming videos. But until next time, ciao.